Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be talking about Dave Mustaine again. It's been a minute since we've talked about some Dave Mustaine Flying V's, but now we have some Kramer ones and some Epiphone ones, which is delightful. Apparently, more than 3 years after the guitars were announced, Mustaine's affordable signature models have arrived, complete with Seymour Duncan or Fishman-influenced pickups, so some nice pickups, an assortment of other metal-friendly aesthetics. Gibson has unveiled the latest addition to Dave Mustaine's ever-growing collection of signature guitars, a trio of long-awaited Epiphone and Kramer electric guitars. More affordable versions of the Epiphone and Kramer signature models were promised way back in February of 21, but, coronavirus, when Megadeth frontman partnership with Gibson was first announced. These V-style models joining the flagship Gibson Flying V EXPs. As such, they take the total tally of Mustaine's named Flying V models to a very generous 6, which both brands closely follow the precedent set by their parent company's premieres. For fans of Mustaine, the Kramer and Epiphone models will no doubt be some of the most anticipated releases of the year, not least of the price tags associated with the Gibson models. Indeed, the most premium EXP was $7,000. Here, though, the prices are a far more distinguishable $1,399, so $4,000 for the Kramers. Yeah, $4,000, $1,400 for the Kramers, and $1,300 for the Epiphones. Oh no, I reversed that. I apologize. $1,400 for the Epiphones and $1,300 for the Kramers. So why are the Kramers less expensive? That's interesting. Starting with the share of Epiphones, a stop bar tailpiece, a loaded Flying V Prophecy. So it's basically a regular Flying V Prophecy with a custom color and headstock. That's what's going to happen here. String through design Flying V Custom make up the drop, with both featuring the same core components. The means bound mahogany bodies, artist profile necks, Graphtec nuts, and bound 24 fret ebony fingerboards are presented across the board. They're both going to have the 24 3/4 scale length. Both flashing headstocks and Dave Mustaine's embodied truss rod covers. That's where similar controls layouts have been employed. Yeah, I don't understand why they have this for Kramer too, but whatever. It doesn't make a difference. So 2 volume controls, a tone pot, 3-way switch, though each model comes equipped with slightly different pickup sets. The Prophecy, which takes cues from Mustaine's standard Gibson EXP variant, swaps out his signature Seymour Duncan's Thrash Factor humbuckers for the Fishman Fluid alternatives. So basically, it's going to be the Epiphone Fishman Fluids pickups that are in every single Prophecy. We saw that because he has a Prophecy Les Paul too, for Epiphone. As such, I believe he does, if I remember correctly. There's another artist that does, if it's not Dave Mustaine. As his push, you got the push poles. Also, the custom, meanwhile, which is more reminiscent of the 6000 Limited EXP, retains the thrash factor and standard tone knobs. Also with the Seymour Duncan pickups, which is other nice. Other model specifics, aside from hardware and electronics, can be found with the cosmetic department. Prophecy arrives in a Age Dark Red burst, which is a nice nod to the Red Amber burst. The custom is a nod to the no-nonsense black metallic. So, I mean, yeah, it's black guitar, white binding, which is nice. I think it's essentially a Flying V custom. Cosmetic speaking, it's really only the finer details that set the two examples apart. The Gibsons, unsurprisingly, had some finer flourishes. Stop talking about the Gibsons in this. I don't care. We talked about the Gibsons. I care about the Kramers. I care about the Epiphones. So we don't need to compare them. It's fine. Let's see here. Ooh, there is an Alien Tech green one. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That super limited edition color. Kramer's doing it. That's delightful, because I really like that color. So let's go over to their websites, because I'm sorry, I should have reread this article beforehand. That's my fault. We're taking a look at the green one. And yeah, so we'll take a look at all these. So that is a beautiful green guitar, let me tell you. That is a nice green guitar. So let's actually get into the specs and electronics Let's get rid of this article nonsense. So medium C Dave Mustaine custom profile. So it is an artist profile. Graphtech nut, which is nice. Scale length is, oh well. Guess what? Guess who was wrong? Article. Guess what? Guitar World. Your editor is slacking because the Kramer has a 25.5-inch scale length according to their website. Ebony frets are jumbo, which is delightful. Let's see what the body's made out of. Does it specify? Mahogany. Okay. Hardware, tuning. Oh, that is something you may not like. So you're probably not going to get locking tuners on any of these. He likes the Grover Minis. So Grover Mini, Romatic tuners. Loco Tune Bridge. Dual action truss rod is nice. Let's go to the electronics. Dave Mustaine's signature Seymour Duncan Thrash Factor set. I'm actually curious to see how expensive those are, because I know that's going to be pricing up the guitar. Okay, let's see the set. Let's see, Seymour Duncan I think is selling one for 119. Yeah, so you're talking $240 just for his pickups. So I mean, there's a chunk. There's a chunk of the cost right there. Let's see, because I'm assuming the black one is the exact same thing, because they are priced the same. I don't know why they are slightly different. This one possibly. Oh no, I was going to say possibly rosewood fretboard, but this is ebony too. Yeah, this is also 25.5-inch. So let's look at the electronics. Yeah, no, same thing. I don't know why they're separating the two, because they are the same exact price. I'm not really seeing a difference here, but yeah, they look pretty much identical. Moving on to the Epiphone versions, which, oh, yeah, $1,500. Yeah, Epiphone's getting expensive. Let me tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You might, if you want this specific, if you have to have this V, go for it. But hold out until you find a used one, because I have seen prophecies for less than half of their retail price locally. That's getting scary. Honestly, that scares me. That price for an Epiphone, because I thought we weren't going to be, we were going to be right around that 1,000 mark, but no, Gibson was like, nah, put it to $1,500, make it like the same price as a studio. Let's see here. Yeah, flame veneer, mahogany, age gloss. Yes, okay, so there is also a major difference. If you want the longer scale length, you're going to want to get a Kramer versus an Epiphone. An Epiphone is going to be your traditional Gibson 24 3/4, where the Kramer is going to be your 25.5. A lot of very similar specs, Graphtech, hardware, yup, Grover locking mini Romatics. Okay, that is a positive. They do give you locking tuners on the Prophecy. So there's a plus. There's some extra money. Electronics, Fishman Fluence. Yes, these are. I can guarantee you the Fishman Fluence does come with a nice hard shell case. All right, so there's some of your money right there. Let's take a look at the other model, which is $100 cheaper, being probably no flame maple top. $1,400. Yeesh. Let me tell you, I am not liking these prices. So yes, mahogany again, pretty much the same. You up 24 3/4, medium jumbo frets, Graphtech nut. Now, are these super jumbo frets on the Kramer? Let me see here. I think they said medium jumbo. Let's take a look again just to be sure. Yeah, jumbo. So the frets might be a hair different. It's going to be jumbo versus medium jumbo. Electronics, I think, is the same pickup. Yeah, Dave Mustaine signature Seymour Duncan Thrash Factor. So a lot of the reason that these are more expensive is because for at least the Epiphone versions, Kramer, the headstocks are that's pretty much the exact model they use, including the headstock. I don't believe it said, let's see, neck here, hardware, does it say? Yeah, so there's no locking tuners on the Kramers either, which it's a hardtail, so it's fine. But the reason that these are pushing this crazy price point is because of the headstock design, which the reason it has that's his headstock design that he wants on them. It's basically an Explorer headstock on a Flying V. Epiphone has to custom make those, so They are specific to this model. They don't make that for every flying V, so that is going to drive up the price point a lot. In addition to that, the Seymour Duncan pickups, that is going to drive up that price point a lot as well. Is it worth paying that much of a premium? I mean, we can definitely see how much the regular, um, the regular prophecies are going for. Let's see here if it shows original Les Paul, Adam Jones, modern. Look at your guitar packs. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not showing the Flying V. So let's just do Flying, because I know they make a Flying V prophecy. Let's see how much those are going for real quick. Okay, yep, right on the Epiphone website. Okay, $8.99. So the question is it worth a $600 to $700 premium versus the regular prophecy for the different headstock and the pickups? I mean, yes, the one has they're also, I mean, I guess you could say this one also has a string through body, which the prophecy actually doesn't. In that case, out of these two, I would personally pick the black one, being that it's the string through body with the Seymour Duncans. No, I do technically prefer passive over active pickups, but that is a large premium, especially on the prophecy Flying V, being that I don't really see any differences besides a custom color, because they already have the tiger finish. So there is already the aged tiger yellow. So they are already making prophecies, with a flame maple veneer on top of it. So I don't see why that is significantly more expensive than the other one that doesn't have that, being that they're already making those bodies for the Prophecy Flying Vs. The pickups, as I said, they're going to be the same. They're going to be Epiphone's proprietary Fishman Fluence, where they have the Epiphone's custom voicing. So there's really nothing difference there. So I don't understand why that one is getting a $100 premium. That doesn't make sense to me. But you're talking literally you want a $600 premium on a Flying V or a $700 premium on a Flying V. You're pricing people out of the market. I mean, at this point, what is a Gibson Studio going for? Let's find out here together. I'm sorry I'm making this video longer than it needs to be, but it's getting ridiculous. So a Gibson Wine Red Studio, apparently a studio brand new right now, is going for $1,700. So for $200 more, you can get a USA made guitar. I mean, they're pushing on, a used market. You can definitely get a studio for $1,000. That's why I'm going to say wait on these. Do not pull the trigger. Wait until you can get them used. If you have to have it and you have the money, fine, go for it. They're nice guitars. They look like they're going to play fantastic. But I would prefer, the only thing a preference I would say for this price is throw some stainless steel frets on there, unless Dave Mustaine is like completely against it or something. He doesn't like it, because you're getting too pricey. I mean, for what you're offering and the price of the guitars, your average Joe that used to be able to go into the store and be like, yeah, give me an Epiphone Les Paul Standard, give me an Epiphone Flying V. Here's $500. This is not your guitar. They're doing the collector thing with the Adam Jones guitars, where they're pricing those outside of the. This is, I would argue, this is lower high end. So you got your low end, which is $500 and less, your mid tier, which is $500 to $1,000, and then you got your high tier, which is like $1,000 to like $3,000, and then after that is even more ridiculous. That's kind of how I view it anyway. Price wise, I mean. But I'm not going to drag this out anymore. These are cool guitars. I do like them. Prices, I don't understand where they're getting the prices from. I really don't think, the Gibson already has the CNC machine to set up to do the same neck for the Gibson model. Is it really that expensive to electronically transfer the code over to the Chinese one? That's probably the same exact CNC machine. I don't think so. But I mean, that's all you can do. There you have it. There's the prices. kind of disappointed because I was honestly thinking about picking one of these up. At this point, you know, I'd rather spend the $7 grand on the Gibson one because I know it's going to appreciate in value, where these over time are not. I can guarantee you're going to find these on the used market for $500. Give it maybe 3 to 5 years, but you will find these on the used market for less than half this price because that's exactly what the prophecies are doing. I had a local one. There was a black Les Paul. Guess how much it sold for? $400 because they're not retaining the value. Epiphones do not hold value like the Gibsons, so that is something definitely to keep in mind when dropping $1,500 on an Epiphone. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'm sorry for making this as long as I had to, but I disagree with this price point. I think, I can see a $100 premium. I can see maybe a $300 premium because that's about what the pickups are going for. At least with the ones with the one with the Seymour Duncan. I mean, obviously they're getting them wholesale. They're going to get Epiphone's got to get them significantly cheaper than the consumer would if they bought them outright for like $240. But this is just getting ridiculous. I can't agree with where Epiphone is going. But I guess if people keep buying the guitars, this is what's going to happen, and I'm going to have to go to another brand. That's just what it's going to come down to. Is I'm either going to go used like I've been doing, a lot of people are, or they're just going to move over to like Harley Benton or something because this is getting just way too expensive. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. This is Gray's Guitars, and as always, have a good one.